And looking at the spring, you might notice if you've seen the previous video or did the previous challenge that we're going to want to use the sweep tool to sweep a circle all the way around this path. But the question is, how do we make that path? And I gave you a bit of a hint down here, and we're going to want to use something called the helix tool. So here it is. There's a few ways to use it. I'm going to make a circle. And if we want, we could just define the helix from here. We could go to plane, helix, and circle, and then just start making the helix out of here. But I'm actually going to do it a different way, a slightly slower way, just so I can show you an additional tool. But either way will work. You could actually do it just with an axis, and that will create a helix too. Height of the coil is 5 inches. You know, I'll show you both ways. Then we go to helix and we select the conical or the cylindrical face in this case. Right now it's defined by turns, but we want pitch because we have a restriction that the pitch needs to be 0.5 inches. So where is it? Target pitch, 0.5. Our start angle, in this case, it's naturally 0. If we wanted to, we could make it like, what's something that's noticeable? 45. Or this changes how it, on a circle, it's just going to rotate at 55 degrees. On a cone, that's going to change a bit of how the angle, well, it depends on what helix you're making. But in this case, it doesn't matter. Now, we need to draw a circle to sweep it along our path. We have our sweep path. But we need a plane to draw the circle on. And if we sketch on top of this cylinder, we draw this line. And then we can do, let's see, where's plane? We can do a line angle plane, defining this line, 0 degrees. And measured from here, we need to enter, 90 degrees. And perfect. Now we can draw a circle on this plane. And how thick is the pipe? 1/4 inch. Okay. So 0.25. Or if we wanted to, we could do 1/4. Doesn't matter. Then we select this area. And now we have our sweep shape and our sweep path. And another thing with sweeping is you could click keep profile orientation, and instead of taking the circle and rounding it around all these edges, it would keep the circle in the same direction as it rotated it around. And we don't want to use it in this case, but I'll show you what it would look like for fun if it ever loads. In this case it won't work, but you'd see how it'd get really thick in some places, and then when the circle meets here, it would always be facing the same direction as it goes around. But we don't want that. We want this. And instead of adding it to the cylinder, we want it individual, because we want to be able to get rid of the cylinder, once it's all said and done. Now we can go here, and we can't just delete this, because then, I deleted the wrong part. But if we got rid of this, we wouldn't have, if I got rid of this, this is what defines the helix in the first place. So we can't do that. We have to go to the part. And you can either hit delete or delete part. This gets rid of the part, but after it's already been defined. My computer is being slow, but it will work. There we go. And here's our spring. Now, the other way to do this is we didn't even have to build the full spring. We could just go to, my computer is very slow. We could actually make a helix. Where is it? I'll drag the bar back so we can do it again. I could do it just based on the circle. And there I'd have to enter the height and the pitch as well. Then the harder thing with that is I'd have to find a different way to draw the plane that would have the circle. Or actually, I could just draw it off of the front plane. And that's probably what I should have done when I did it the other way. But that's another way to do it. I'll just draw this bar back. And that is a bunch of different ways how you can create the spring.